Returning to my channel, Coin Lady, I want to say hello to all of you. Now it's official, Coinbase has sued the SEC, claiming that federal officials are attempting to intentionally and systematically exclude the cryptocurrency business from the American market. These are some serious dudes writing in from greetings, crypto-savvy Twitter users. The denial of access to crypto regulatory materials has led Coinbase to face government officials. This is the current situation. Suing the SEC and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, Coinbase has begun the legal process. Per Fox Business's story, documents outlining the regulator's position on crypto regulation are being demanded by the U.S. crypto exchange. The purpose of the action, which Coinbase claims is an attempt by U.S. financial regulators to prevent cryptocurrency companies from using U.S. banking services, is to be revealed through the filing in Washington, D.C. District Court. Bitcoin Foundation in December of 2020, when the SEC chose to sue Ripple, where were you? I see now. With your decision, you have removed XRP from the exchange's listing. This is really starting to hurt you now. The fact that it's stinging everyone is sad. At this very second. According to a spokesperson for Coinbase, financial regulators such as the SEC, the FDIC, and the Federal Reserve Board have been actively working to undermine the digital asset industry for quite some time. The company is taking legal action against the SEC and the FDIC for their refusal to comply with several Freedom of Information Act requests, which include information about investigations into these agencies. In addition, Coinbase claimed in its lawsuit that the SEC and FDIC were using the same arguments to reject the information Coinbase requested, including the question of whether agency officials are coordinating their efforts to strangle the $2 trillion digital asset industry, which is vital to the federal banking system. You are deliberately attempting to damage the crypto industry's access to the banking sector, according to Coinbase, who is essentially calling them out on it in this massive lawsuit. It is far too late for us to sue you at this point. At the moment, I am uncertain. You know, we've had a rough time of it. This is the kind of stuff that makes me want to scoff and roll my eyes. Indeed, had Coinbase been present in December of 2020, absolutely. This result could have looked much better with Ripple. The focus instead shifted to Ripple as everyone eagerly anticipated their response to the SEC. You know, XRP's price didn't surge as much as it could have. I recorded a video about it earlier, and if you missed it, you can find the link in the upper right corner of this page. But sure, let's get started. Moving slowly in the hopes that this matter is resolved. Ideally, it will coincide with the next bull run, allowing us to finally prosper and reap the benefits to the fullest. Visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel to stay updated on my bull run activities. By this point, I assume you all have a good idea of what Patreon is. MUFG is a bank, and crime spree. Currently, Finovate has invested $195 million in a company in Thailand. Listen up, fellas. Criminal Spree and MUFG are two Ripple partners. A Thai firm with a solid foothold in consumer payments and banking, Us and Money, has 30 million active customers. Ascend Money is presently growing its digital lending business and capitalizing on its client base through partnerships with big corporations such as True Corp and 7-Eleven. The Asia-Pacific region is MUFG's second home market, and the financial institution has been investing in digital startups and IT companies there since 2020 in an effort to grow its commercial operations there. Investments worth mentioning include DMI Finance, IQ LAC, the company behind the Garuda Fund, and Grab Home Credit. To encourage information exchange among its portfolio firms, the bank has established the MUFG Freely Linked Digital Ecosystem in 2023. And now, folks, these two Ripple companies are collaborating to finance the company's operations. This bodes well for Send Money, a potential participant in Thailand's fintech space, thanks to its extensive client segment penetration and in-depth knowledge of the country's everyday payment and financial needs. This investment demonstrates MUFG's dedication to the long-term growth of Thailand and the surrounding area by contributing significantly to the expansion of the country's digital economy and financial inclusion. An executive with MUFC's top management team said that. In addition to this remark, we are pleased to announce that MUFG has joined existing investors in Ascend Money as a joint investor. Aside from proving our dedication to innovation and financial inclusion in Thailand, this is a huge deal for Ascend Money since it shows how much people are interested in and confident in digital money's potential. That's fantastic news for Ascend Money in the long run, and hey, look at those two Ripple partners, one of them is MUFG and Krungsri, a Japanese banking consortium. They are both hoping to improve Thailand's financial technology and see it implemented across the country. The good news is that dLocal, a payment company based in Uganda, has inked a collaboration agreement with the Kenya Commercial Bank, KCB, which is more than a year after receiving a payment service provider license from the Central Bank of Kenya. This is especially true for remittances. The formal banking system of the country makes it easier for remittances to go through KCB bank permission of dLocal. Clients benefit from cheaper, faster, and more reliable transactions when dLocal works directly with KCB because no third party is involved. For us, getting a license in Kenya is a major accomplishment. Kenya is the fifth biggest inbound remittance market in Africa, and many other economies turn to it for guidance on regulations and products. John O'Brien, the company's chief revenue officer, has stated that the new approval will allow delocalized payment solutions to continue growing while also providing Kenyan clients with a fast, simplified, and dependable option. This is yet another perfect illustration of a Ripple partner's ability to penetrate untapped markets. Listen up, folks, Flutterwave was originally making waves in Africa. Additionally, the Central Bank of Kenya issued a service provider license to dLocal, an organization based in Uganda. And now, by using RippleNet technology for these particular transfers, we are streamlining the Kenyan economy. Furthermore, it must not be forgotten that numerous African nations have their own currency. All of Africa's nations have their own fiat currency, which adds another layer of complexity. Let me get this one out of the way. How many of you are familiar with African fiat currencies? I would say that 2 or 3 is probably your limit. It has traditionally been difficult to locate the liquidity, despite the fact that each of these countries has its own currency. For many in the world's poorest nations, where access to traditional banking services is severely limited, XRP RippleNet technology has been an absolute boon. The good news is that they are coming from the neighborhood. VeChain is another place I've seen this. Rank is back with another fantastic cryptocurrency idea. Learn about EVEarn.org using VeChain. In an effort to incentivize environmentally conscious Tesla drivers, VeChain has been implementing more sustainable practices. VeChain's recently introduced Change to Earn initiative aims to incentivize electric EV drivers. VeChain has teamed up with EVEarn.org, a new initiative, to exclusively work with Tesla, the world leader in EV sales. The new app will connect directly to the EBS computer system to monitor the energy consumption and distance traveled. In return, they will receive charging discounts and other incentives, as reported by Crypto News Flash. A B3TR token is also distributed to the drivers. This is all a part of VeChain's plan to make the world a greener, more efficient place. Some of you may be ambivalent about our initiative from an ideological standpoint. However, it's important to consider the future of the world and the direction that organizations like the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Economic Forum, WEF, want the economy to go. This is the driving force behind their plans to overhaul the whole financial system, bringing about a catastrophic collapse. They have, however, discovered the answer. VeChain is currently in the top 20 of all cryptocurrency companies, and while this isn't really related to money, I do believe they will have significant future influence. It means a lot to me that you've subscribed and watched my channel. Later, I will see you.